rain slid down the restaurant window in slow, trembling lines, blurring the lights of the street outside into golden smudges. Inside, the soft hum of conversations and clinking glasses filled the air. But at the small table near the corner, everything felt strangely quiet. Emma Carter stared at the menu as if it were written in another language. Her fingers tightened around the edge of it, knuckles pale. Across from her sat a man she barely knew, Daniel Brooks. A kind face, tired eyes, and the gentle patience of someone who had learned that life rarely followed plans. She took a breath, then another. Finally, she lowered the menu. I'm really sorry, she said softly, her voice almost swallowed by the music playing in the background. I can't afford this date. The words seemed to hang in the air between them. Emma expected the usual reaction. Awkward laughter. Maybe embarrassment, maybe even irritation. She had rehearsed leaving early, apologizing again, walking out into the rain alone. But Daniel didn't react the way she expected. He simply leaned back in his chair, studying her for a moment with calm curiosity. Then he smiled. Well, he said gently, that's good. Emma blinked. Good? Yeah, Daniel said, folding the menu closed. Because neither can I. For a second, Emma thought he was joking. But the sincerity in his voice made her laugh, an unexpected, relieved laugh that escaped before she could stop it. You're serious? Completely, he said. If it makes you feel better? I checked my bank account 3 times before coming here. Emma felt the knot in her chest loosen just a little. But you picked this place. Daniel shrugged. Honestly, I just thought it looked nice in the photos online. Turns out nice also means expensive. They both glanced at the menu again. The cheapest entree cost more than Emma's weekly grocery budget. She sighed. I should probably go, she said quietly. I didn't want to waste your time. Daniel tilted his head. Did you waste it? Emma hesitated. No. Then don't go yet. His voice carried a calm certainty that surprised her. Instead of calling the waiter, Daniel reached into his pocket and pulled out his phone. He tapped on it for a few seconds, then grinned. There's a diner 2 blocks away, he said. Best grilled cheese in the city. $5. Emma stared at him. You're serious? Very. But what about this place? Daniel waved a hand casually. They'll survive without us. Emma looked around the restaurant again. The polished glasses. The elegant lighting. The people dressed in clothes that probably cost more than her rent. For the first time since she arrived, she didn't feel like she had to belong here. Okay, she said slowly. Daniel stood and grabbed his jacket. Adventure begins. The rain had softened to a drizzle by the time they stepped outside. Emma pulled her coat tighter around herself as they walked down the sidewalk. For a few moments, neither of them spoke, but the silence didn't feel uncomfortable. Finally, Emma glanced at him. So, you said you checked your bank account 3 times. Daniel chuckled. 4, actually. She smiled. Tough month? Daniel hesitated. Something like that. They reached the diner just as the smell of grilled onions drifted through the door. Inside, everything felt warm and simple. Red booths, bright lights, the sound of a coffee machine hissing in the background. They slid into a booth near the window. The waitress came over with a friendly smile. What can I get you 2? 2 grilled cheese, Daniel said confidently. And coffee. Emma opened her mouth. Actually, Daniel raised a hand gently. My treat, he said. Emma shook her head. You already? Emma, he said kindly. Let me. She studied him for a moment, then nodded. Okay. After the waitress left, Emma leaned forward slightly. So, tell me the truth, she said. Why were you really checking your bank account? Daniel rubbed the back of his neck. Well, because daycare is expensive. Emma blinked. You have a kid? Daniel nodded. 8 years old. Her name's Lily. Something softened in Emma's expression. You're a single dad? Have been for 3 years. He didn't elaborate, but the quiet weight in his voice told Emma enough. What's she like? Emma asked. Daniel smiled instantly. She's everything. He reached into his wallet and pulled out a small photo. A little girl with messy brown hair grinned at the camera, missing one of her front teeth. Emma felt her heart tug. She's adorable. Daniel chuckled. She also thinks dinosaurs still exist somewhere, Honestly, Emma said, I kind of hope she's right. Their grilled cheese sandwiches arrived, golden and steaming. Emma took a bite. Her eyes widened. Okay, this might be the best grilled cheese I've ever had. Daniel grinned. Told you. For the next hour, the conversation flowed easily. They talked about work. Emma worked at a small bookstore. Daniel repaired heating systems. They talked about childhood memories, embarrassing stories, favorite movies. And slowly, Emma realized something. She hadn't laughed this much in years. At one point, Emma glanced at the clock on the wall. Oh no. Daniel looked up. What? It's late. Daniel frowned. Is that bad? Emma hesitated. I promised my sister I'd help her tonight. Daniel nodded. Family first. They stood and walked outside again. The rain had stopped completely. Streetlights reflected off the wet pavement like little pools of gold. Emma turned toward him. Tonight was really nice. Daniel smiled. Yeah, it was. Then Emma hesitated before asking the question that had been sitting quietly in her mind. Can I ask you something? Of course. Why did you reply to my message in the first place? Daniel looked puzzled. What do you mean? I told you in my profile I wasn't looking for anything serious, she said, and that my life was kind of messy. Daniel chuckled softly. Emma. Daniel shook his head. Trust me, it's not. He slipped his hands into his jacket pockets. 3 years ago, my wife left, he said quietly. One day she just decided she didn't want the responsibility anymore. Emma's chest tightened. That must have been awful. Daniel nodded. It was. But then Lily hugged me and said, It's okay, Dad, we'll figure it out. He smiled faintly. Kids are stronger than we give them credit for. Emma swallowed. So, what changed everything? Daniel looked at her. Tonight? She nodded. His answer came without hesitation. You. Emma blinked. Me? Daniel nodded. Most people pretend, he said. They pretend they're fine. They pretend they're successful. They pretend they belong in fancy places. He gestured down the quiet street. But you were honest. Emma felt heat rise in her cheeks. I was embarrassed. Maybe, Daniel said. But honesty takes courage. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then Emma smiled softly. So, what happens now? Daniel shrugged playfully. Well, Lily and I usually go to the park on Saturdays. Emma raised an eyebrow. Are you inviting me to meet your daughter already? Daniel laughed. No pressure. Emma thought for a moment. Then she nodded. I'd like that. Daniel's smile widened. Good. They started walking in opposite directions. After a few steps, Emma turned back. Daniel? He turned. Yeah? She hesitated, then said the words that had once filled her with shame. Next time? I still might not be able to afford the date. Daniel's reply came instantly. That's okay.